What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to nail prep when you're using Polygel. I'm just showing you guys my natural nails here. They are crusty, dusty, and disgusting. So I'm going to be showing you guys everything from cuticle prep to prepping the nail plate and applying tips and everything like that. So I'm going to first go in with my Melody Susie handheld nail drill. It is from Amazon. I will link it down below. I absolutely love this nail drill. And then I'm going to be putting in my cuticle flame bit. And this is a medium fine grit. So what I'm going to do is when I'm working on my non-dominant hand, I'm going to be putting it in the forward motion so this nail drill can go forward and reverse. So I'm going to go in the forward motion and I'm going to go very, very gently around my cuticle, making sure to get up all of the dead skin. If you're a beginner and you're not used to doing cuticle work or you're not used to using an e-file, please go slowly when you're doing this. And another tip is you don't want to hold your e-file like straight on. You want to put it at an angle and go kind of like against your nail. You don't want to put it like directly point it into your cuticle, because that will make a ring of fire, which means you get a ring around your cuticle that is filed way too deep, and you definitely do not want that. So after we do the cuticle work with my e-file, I'm going to go in with a cuticle nipper. These are kind of like a tweezer version of cuticle nippers, and they are my absolute favorite. I use them for everything when it comes to trimming my cuticles, picking diamonds or gems off of my nails. I love them, but once again, if you're a beginner, you want to go super slowly. This next clip is sped up, so don't try to go as fast as I'm going, because this is not as fast as I'm going. It is in fast forward. So go really slow and just make sure you're only cutting off white skin. So if the skin is white, it means that it's dead. So that would make it safe to trim off. You don't want to cut any live tissue because that's when you bleed. And a lot of nail salons that I used to go to when I was younger would do this, and they would cut me so badly. So definitely be careful when doing this. So I'm going to switch out my drill bits now. I'm going to take my cuticle bit off, and I'm going to put on the sanding band bit, and then I'm going to put a sanding band over the top of it. This is a 240 grit sanding band, so it is a very fine grit, and this is literally only to take the shine off of your natural nails. I hear so many of my clients tell me like, oh my god, when the nail salon did this, they like destroyed my nails, like it burned, it hurt. And that is not supposed to be the case. So I left this in real time so you can see how fast I'm just really slightly touching the sanding band against my natural nail, and I'm just making sure to remove the shine. I'm not filing off the nail or layers. I'm literally just touching the sanding band very gently against the nail to remove all of the shine. If you are a beginner with an e-file, I would recommend doing this with a hand file, because you're probably not as comfortable with the pressure yet. After we've removed the shine, I'm going to take some rubbing alcohol and a lint-free nail wipe, and I'm just going to cleanse the nail plate and get all the dust off. We are going to go in with a dehydrator now. So this is just the Maravin Nail Prep Dehydrator, and there's a primer that goes along with this that I would also be using in this video, but I don't like it, so I only use the dehydrator from this brand. I don't love the primer at all, so we won't be using that. But this is just to make sure my tips will stick on. So this is my favorite nail glue, and self-explanatory, I'm just going to glue on the tips. You don't want to use too much nail glue. I oftentimes will use base coat instead of nail glue, but I don't know, I just felt like using nail glue today. It's a total personal preference. You can do whatever you like. If you think you have too much nail glue or some spills out into your cuticle, just take a wipe and make sure to soak up that extra nail glue. But I'm just gluing these tips on, and then I will be right back. These are nail tips after I have cut them down a little bit and shaped them. I'm just sticking with the square shape today. And I love how long these nails are. I'm going pretty long today for what I usually do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another layer of dehydrator, and then if you have a primer that you like, I would do the primer after the dehydrator. I don't currently have a primer that I like, so I'm just going to be going right in with my base coat afterwards. So after my base coat is cured, we are all set and ready to do whatever polygel we want. So I'm using the Macart polygel in the shade Daydream, and we are just doing a full cover set with this color. So once my application is done and all my nails have been cured, I'm going in with my hand file first, and I'm going to crisp up the free edge on all of the nails. So I'm going to do my shaping with my hand file, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my nail drill again with another 240 grit sanding band. So again, it's pretty fine, but I am using it on a higher speed, and I'm applying a bit more pressure with my hand. So I am taking off some product, but I don't want to take off too much because I don't like my nails to be too thin, but I don't like them to be too thick either. So I do want to take some product off and make sure I have a nice apex and everything is really, really even and smooth. And using my nail drill helps a lot with this. But if you're not familiar with using a nail drill, or you don't have one, or you can't afford one, definitely just use a hand file. I have just recently started using an e-file on my nails. I was a hand filer all the way. Like, I used to love my hand file. I still do love my hand file. Like, if I don't feel like taking out the nail drill and, you know, bringing out my big dust collector and everything, I totally just use my hand file, and I actually love hand filing. But this is just a little bit quicker, so once you get the hang of it, I would recommend an e-file. I think it can help a lot with time management, I guess, but I'm just doing this, and then I'm going to go in with a finer grit buffer after the fact, and then I will show you guys the nails once they've been completely filed. Okay, so when it comes to the design for this nail, or for this nail set, I absolutely loved how these came out. So I'm using the Benelisa gel polish in the shade Deep Violet, and it's more of a brown. It's not like purpley or anything. It's basically just like a really rich chocolatey brown. This is my favorite brown gel polish I have ever owned, I've ever used, I've ever had on my nails. Then I'm using the Beetles in a 214 or 414, and then I'm using the Beetles in 894, which is just white. So I will link all of these polishes down below, but we are going to be doing a brown marbly blooming gel-ish design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my dotting tool, and I'm just going to kind of swirl these colors together a little bit. Now I'm going to be going in with my blooming gel, which is the Amelie blooming gel. This is also from Amazon and a very, very, very nice product. I've had this for a while, and I'm going to need to repurchase it because I'm running a little bit low. But I'm applying this to all of the nails, and I'm not going to cure it. So definitely don't cure it, because that's what's going to give us the like blooming marbling effect. So I'm just going to apply this to all 5 of my nails. So as complicated as this might look, it is so easy. So I'm just going to take a nail art brush, and I'm going to scoop up some of that mixture that we created, and I'm literally just going to lay it down on my nail on top of the wet blooming gel. So just flip your brush over if you have more product on the other side and kind of dab it on. Just make sure you're not like dragging your brush with pressure across your nail, because it's going to kind of wipe off the blooming gel, which you don't want it to do. So just kind of like lay the polish from your brush onto the nail, and the blooming gel is really going to do most of the work for you. Okay, so then we are going to cure it, and this is what it looks like after it's been cured. I chose to do a matte top coat for these, so I'm going to be going in with the Model 1's matte top coat. I'm going to apply this to all of the nails and then cure for a full 60 seconds. So finished result, you guys, these are hands down 125% my favorite nails that I've ever done. I am so incredibly in love with these. I feel like I say that about all of my nails, but I just am so obsessed with these. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.